What is good, everyone? Saiyan Survive here, bringing you another Good to Gear Strive video today, and we are here bringing you the latest developer's backyard from Arc System Works. But first, if you haven't already, hit that like button for this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell when I upload new videos like this, talking about Force Good to Gear Strive. Now, this came out a while ago, around 6:10 p.m. West Coast time. This video will be uploaded a day after I record this, but I want you guys to get to know all the details. This actually is the shorter developer's backyard from ArcSys, but it does go a lot of detail of what will be coming out for the game that will be released next week. But let's get down to this. Akira Katano is doing this interview for the developer's backyard. So they read our surveys. They did note it, but there's no stats this time. I think we'll probably not see those stats this time around for the second beta, but interesting that they brought up certain events, especially for the Red Bull Kumite. But let's get down to it right here. We have two major events since the last volume, Developer's Backyard, the Open Beta Test number 2, and the Red Bull Kumite. Obviously, that's it. For the Kumite event, they revealed player match mode and mission mode. First, we would like to provide some additional information here. You can see right there, creating your own room, which is basically a private lobby right there. They go a little bit more detail about that. Show the little private lobby right there. I do like that it's like your own house, as the other lobbies are more like hotels and outside backyard, which is kind of dope when you think about it. But anyways, to explain player match mode simply, it lets you create rooms to play matches where you can freely change the match regulations. You can play with only your friends by setting an ID or use them for tournaments. Up to 9 players can enter each room. Kind of surprised it's only up to 9. You would think it'd be more than 9, but maybe they might change it in a future update. So you can have up to 8 players in a tournament join at one time along with the organizer. I'm just wondering how this will go for commentators though. That could be a little bit different. So that's why I think they could change it to like maybe 11 or 12, but we'll see about that. We've included a variety of features such as spectating and lining up for the next match. You can even wait for an opponent while in training mode, something not viable in prior titles. So that's pretty good that you're able to be in training mode while you wait for your match in a private lobby. That's really great. There's also an online training mode where you can practice with a friend without worrying about time limits. This opens up more options than the standard online mode. That's pretty good. That's really amazing to see, because I think that should be the standard now for training modes where they can do online training modes, so you can like go with your friend and you don't have to necessarily go in a match to do match and nods, but you can actually train with each other. Really amazing. Great job, ArcSys. Right here, this is going to talk about the mission mode with the mission menu right here. You can see the XP. I think that might be for the characters they use for this one, but you can see it right there. Basically, what to do in the mission modes for one of the missions, and the little gears right there. They're going to tell you what that is. Basically, if you successfully do 3 of these within 5 tries, you pass the mission mode for this mission. But if you not, have to redo it again. But anyways, let's get down to this part right here. Next, I would like to discuss mission mode, where you can learn various techniques for GGST and fighting games in general. I like that right there. We aim to show new players that it is possible to enjoy fighting games without knowing about the battle mechanics by opting not to include explanations of the mechanics in the tutorial mode and by reworking the matching system. Kind of weird, but yes, I don't know. It's counterintuitive, but I get what they're trying to do, but still, I just would prefer if a regular tutorial mode will actually show you tutorials on how to play a fighting game, but they decided to split that into, obviously, the mission mode. However, we would recommend players who want to improve and get stronger by playing mission mode. There are over 120 missions total between explanations of mechanics, techniques, combos, and counter strategies for individual characters. The missions are divided by difficulty, so there's no need to try clearing all of them at once. So I was thinking about maybe streaming and uploading videos of all the mission modes, if I can do it or not, but we'll see when that happens. Probably won't be the first week, but maybe the first week we'll see. The mode is great for when you feel you've run into a wall during your matches, or when you don't know what to practice next. Next, we would like to respond to the feedback we received after the open beta test number 2. Obviously, the online lobbies, which is the improvements to them. We changed the matching system for online matches to use dual stations. and added a rematch feature, which should have been there in the first place, but for some reason they didn't. This greatly improved the tempo of matchmaking, but there were still issues such as connectivity errors. We are making final fixes for these leading up to the release. Obviously, this was still the big problem since the very first beta, which was the close one back in last year, but hopefully this will be resolved. We are putting all our effort into providing the best possible online environment by the release date. You got a couple more days, Arxis. As major changes to the system could not be implemented in time, we are currently focusing on fixing bugs, improvements to the features, and other changes will be made after release in the form of free updates. So, obviously, there was an interview by Rufamonga where he provided details of like Arxis had to cut content due to COVID restrictions. Now this, well, good thing I'm not monetized. But due to that, they had to cut out a lot of stuff. But they will be adding them to Strive later on in future updates. So we'll see what they are. Hopefully they'll add a lot more fun experience to this game, but we'll see when that happens. Adjustments to battle balance, as jumping was extremely strong. Oh, this is one of the big ones. During the first open beta test, we mainly adjusted area options for this test. It was our first time attempting to implement such extreme balance changes, such as decreasing the movement of arc jumps and adding landing recovery before release. We were able to get extremely useful data thanks to this, paired with that from the first test after considering a variety of factors such as the game concept, battle balance, and how fun it is to play as an action game. That's actually the first time I ever heard that. We are making the final adjustments in the direction of increasing the movement arcs while retaining the landing recovery of aerial attacks and double jumps, etc. for the final game. So interesting right there. One of the big complaints was actually the jumps, like the back dash and the back jump dash was really short. So that was actually one of the major complaints I did see, and I guess they heard our complaints, and Arxis does want to improve on that, so they're kind of running to what it was, but they're adding recovery frames for jumping to make it somewhat balanced, but we'll see how that goes. But I think this will be a really good change for the game. We are also working on adjustments for other game elements such as tension gauge increase for different situations, increased numbers of plus frames on some counter hits. So basically, I think giving you more time to do more combo options. The cancel windows for Gatling combos. Ooh, okay, that too. As I just said, minor changes to the combo rules and individual balance changes for all characters. So the one big complaint is that everyone felt very stiff and that you couldn't really do anything unless you played Soul or I forget who else. I think Milia. That you were allowed to do whatever you want. You would have creativity and fun. So with this, I think they want to bring more creativity and self-expression with these changes. Hopefully we'll see that. Maybe somewhat similar to the first beta, but make some changes and add them to the second beta and combine them to make a really good game. But obviously we will wait and see. Hopefully this will lead to more variety for more characters and we can see more badass combos. I hope so. Future volumes of Developers Backyard. That is all for this volume of Developers Backyard. Very surprising, that was actually short. We are planning on continuing this project after the game's release. As a result of our busy schedules, we feel recent Developers Backyard volumes have been a little one-sided. We were able to share our development intent and our future plans, but we're hoping to put more of an emphasis on creating dialogue between us and the players moving forward. We would truly appreciate it if you could continue to send your opinions and feedback after the game is released. Oh, we're definitely gonna do that. You're gonna hear that on Twitter, man. That's gonna be everywhere. So that's it for Volume 6 of the Developers Backyard. Thank you for reading to the end. And also, this last part right here, very important. There's about a week left until release. Well, less than a week. Just before the release date, we have a Guilty Gear Strive Early Access Showcase planned on June 6th, right here. In addition to footage related to the story, we'll also announce future update schedules. So, future DLC content, basically, of telling us when characters will be released, and hopefully we will get our first preview of who the first DLC character might be. And if you want to know who I think might be in this season's DLC for Season 1, check out my DLC Season 1 prediction video if you have not already. A little self-promo, but yeah. So that will be it right now. If you wanted to like send these guys questions about the game, of what concerns are there, you can click right here if you're curious to do that or not. But overall, very short developer's backyard. Not a lot of information about the second beta, not the first one. But overall, satisfied, short, sweet, and to the point. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Really glad they wanted to have more communication with us and want to do this more of a Q&A for the community to communicate better and have the best game possible. So I'm really happy about that. I hope everyone's happy with it at the end. We're almost here, there guys. We're almost there. About Get to Your Strive coming out. We're about less than a week away, and hopefully things will be very fine and great once that happens, and no major drawbacks with the online once it does release. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching this video. This is the end of the video here. If you haven't already, hit the like button for the video if you haven't already, and the notification bell, and subscribe if you haven't already to get more Get to Your content just like this. This is Sane Survive signing out. I'll see you guys there. Catch you in the next video. Bye.